All right, today I'm talking about Crystal Palace. Mateta has destroyed Manchester United at Old Trafford, and Crystal Palace have gone ahead obviously win again like they did last season. I remember last season Crystal Palace beat Man United by 1-0, and this time round they've gone ahead to beat United by 2-0, and it has been all about Mateta at Old Trafford. Welcome to this channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're already watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as don't miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Juan-Philippe Mateta, 64th minute, went ahead to obviously capitalize onto that ball that ricocheted off the frame of the goal and came into his vicinity, tapped it in the back of the net. 89th minute, Harry Maguire played one of the players of Crystal Palace onside, and this player went ahead to square a ball to Mateta, and Mateta went ahead obviously have what we call another tap-in for the side of this for the side of Crystal Palace, and that's how things went ahead obviously happen at the Old Trafford Stadium. And Manchester United have not gone ahead to win a back-to-back game like in the Premier League. They won against Fulham and they got beaten today. Before Manchester United played Fulham, they had lost to Brighton by 3-0 at Old Trafford. And one thing I've gone ahead obviously not about Mateta is that he's a 27-year-old, and this season he has played 24 games, 10 goals and 1 assist. That is Mateta for you. 10 goals and 1 assist. That is Mateta for you. And I tell you what, he is really scoring for fun, and he's left with close to 14 games to go, and he's not an injury-prone player. He might obviously score or get himself into 20 goals, because last season he played 35 games and scored 16 goals plus 5 assists. So he's left with just 6 goals to level the number of goals he has gone ahead to score at the side of Crystal Palace. By the way, looks like the new manager of Crystal Palace, Glasner, has gone ahead to do a very good job in obviously making this player what he's supposed to be. You understand? He's that man that has gone ahead obviously transform very many players at the side of Crystal Palace. When Zaha left Crystal Palace, very many people were like, he was the spine of the team of Crystal Palace, and we thought that they couldn't obviously catch up, but they caught up. And after Winfred Zaha left, another player also left, known as Olise. You know, Olise was one of those players that went ahead to obviously put in a very beautiful shift at Crystal Palace, and he looked very exceptional into that team, and we all thought that they wouldn't obviously come up because they never went ahead obviously make huge signings, because they are Crystal Palace, they have a minimum budget, and they have to obviously try to improve players that they have. And Glasner has gone ahead to show us that he can really do the needful. And I tell you, this season, every big team that has played against Crystal Palace has tested their wrath. And I remember Arsenal fans will say that for us, we went ahead and obviously beat them by 5-2 here. But do you remember how that game of football really featured? You know, Crystal Palace had a time when Crystal Palace took the lead, and they had 2 chances to obviously give themselves a 3-goal lead, but they couldn't obviously finish those chances, and David Raya came to the rescue of Arsenal. So I want to let you know that it has always not been simple for teams that have gone ahead to play Crystal Palace. Even if they are playing home or away, they are a deadly side. And today, they've gone ahead obviously deny Ruben Amorim a win at Old Trafford. And I tell you, for the side of Manchester United, if you want to hear my thoughts about that game, go ahead and really watch into the United Matters channel. That's where you're obviously going to get me there. So that is Crystal Palace disciplining Manchester United, courtesy of Mateta. And I tell you what, he has gone ahead obviously put in a very beautiful shift into that game of football. So they've gone ahead obviously do a lot into this game, and they've given United a beating of their lives. And I tell you, a lot has to really get on down well at Manchester United, because if you can't beat Crystal Palace at Old Trafford, something is typically wrong. I tell you, it's typically wrong. The new manager bounce hasn't gone ahead to be evidenced anywhere. You know, ever since this manager came through, no new manager bounced. And I've always told United fans that please calm down. You knocking out Arsenal of the FA Cup is not the epitome of this. The epitome of this is really playing the same, coming to the game of football knowing that you are coming to win. So when we go to the stats, United 17 shots, Crystal Palace had 11, 2 shots on target by Manchester United, 3 shots on target by Crystal Palace, 67% ball possession by Crystal Palace, and 33% ball possession by Crystal Palace. Arsenal had 67% ball possession, 557 passes completed by Manchester United, 282 passes completed by Crystal Palace, 81% passing accuracy by Man United, 65% passing accuracy by Crystal Palace, 12 fouls by Manchester United, 13 fouls by Crystal Palace, 3 yellow cards to Man United and 1 yellow card to Crystal Palace. No red cards issued to Man United, all Crystal Palace. 0 offsides to Manchester United and 1 offside to the club of Crystal Palace. 11 corners to Man United and 0 corners to Crystal Palace. How the table stands, I don't want to show you how it is right now. Let me show you the bottom half. Crystal Palace beating Manchester United has formed themselves into the 12th position. Brentford is 11th. United is 13th. Tottenham Hotspur is 27th. West Ham, Tottenham Hotspur is 14th. West Ham is 23rd, is 15th. Everton is 16th. Wolverhampton Wanderers is 17th. So we are waiting to see how things pan out. And if West Ham surprise Chelsea today, we might see Man United obviously get back into the 14th position. You understand? They are really looking very, very ugly for the club of Manchester United. And for Crystal Palace, 24 games, 7 wins, 9 losses, 8 draws, and they're really having 28 goals scored, 30 goals conceded, and at 30 points, meaning that for them not to get relegated, they are searching for 10 points. And I tell you, they can really pull out this win for the club of Crystal Palace, because they are playing Everton next at home, and I know they can obviously shock them. The Premier League has games that have already got ahead played. We had Brentford losing to Spurs by 2-0. Spurs is back to winning ways. They've been suffering hugely. And Arsenal is leading Man City by 1 goal scored by Martin Odegaard. Chelsea is playing West Ham tomorrow. And obviously Wednesday 12th is when Everton-Liverpool game has been scheduled. So that's what you're really having from here. But if you ask me who the man of the match was in this game, no one will obviously not talk about Mateta. But Crystal Palace is headed to a very tough season, because the 2 of the remaining players that have proven to be a spine for their team are also leaving. Which players am I talking about? I'm talking about Eze and Gehi. So those 2 players are expected to leave Crystal Palace in the coming summer transfer window. But with what Glasner has gone ahead obviously showcase, I tell you, he deserves all that trust, not to worry, because he knows now the right players to bring in through at the side of Crystal Palace. And he has shown us that he's a very exceptional manager, hands-on manager, and he's improving players left, right, and center. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Tell me your thoughts about United losing by 2-0 to Crystal Palace, and I'm hugely waiting for your thoughts about this. So it has been Rokani David onto this channel. Continue to subscribe so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Crystal Palace are really flying in the sky. A London team comes to Manchester and picks 3 points for Manchester United. What are your honest thoughts about that? Remember, we are powered by Mono Gadgets, and this Valentine period we are having what we call an affordable smartwatch. Go ahead and buy yourself one affordable smartwatch, and then you will thank me later. That is it. So thank you very much for watching through, and it's Rokani David doing the needful and obviously talking to you all the time. And I think this is the fourth video of the day, guys. We still have a lot of news coming in. We'll have a match reaction, and we'll close up with a transfer story. I predicted 2-1 in favor of Arsenal. Arsenal is leading by 1-0. Bye-bye.